Welcome to the Leading Innovation module. This module draws from a new business innovation course that I had tremendous fun designing and launching at UNSW this term. In this module, we will be exploring how we can bring technology, innovation, and leadership together to unleash new energy and new value. Let's get moving. The first topic we'll explore is what is innovation, and begin to think about how it gets started and how it evolves and changes over time. In the second topic, we will investigate why innovation is important and how we can lead it. We know innovation is about solving hard problems, impossible problems. Our third and final topic will explore how innovation can be achieved in 3 easy steps. So stay tuned. For some, innovation is like planting a garden. For others, it's like swimming upstream against the tide, or cooking a new dish that no one has ever tasted before. For me, innovation is an adventure into the unknown in search of new ideas and ways of making a better, brighter future. My name is Marianne Williams, and I'm the Michael J. Crouch Chair in Innovation in the UNSW Business School, where we focus on inclusive and responsible business and help our students and alumni make a difference in the world. I also lead the new UNSW Business AI Lab. It focuses on how we can use AI to drive innovation. And when I talk about business, I'm talking about all human endeavor, not just the things we do to make a profit. Business includes the work of individuals, social enterprises, non-profits, and government. Michael J. Crouch AC was a visionary leader in innovation. He, like Thomas Edison, inventor of the electric light bulb, believed that there is always a better way. He advocated for innovation. He provided guidance and resources to UNSW to infuse, to scale, to accelerate in entrepreneurship among students, staff, and alumni. As alumni, you get to visit the Michael Crouch Innovation Center and engage with the UNSW Founders Programs. Innovation is a team sport. Collaboration and leadership are at its very core. Innovation does not happen in a vacuum. It happens in an ecosystem, an interconnected community that provides leadership, drives ambition, support, funding, access to problems, solutions, opportunities, early adopters, and experts. These are some of the elements that are necessary for innovation to flourish. The bigger, the more diverse and interconnected an innovation ecosystem is, the more robust, the more resilient to shocks and disturbance, and the more adaptable to change. We all play an important part in this ecosystem, and we can all contribute to making it stronger. This class is about leading innovation in this ecosystem. I've been working in business, AI, robotics, computer science, cognitive science for more than 30 years all around the globe. With a PhD in AI and a Master's of Law in Innovation, I've been able to ride several waves of innovation, from the personal computer wave in the 1980s to the generative AI wave that is currently gaining unprecedented momentum and pushing innovation to a new level. These are some of the groups that I've had the chance to collaborate with during that time. We do have a healthy innovation ecosystem in Australia, but it does have one weakness. We need to do better in university-industry collaboration. Look around. Innovation is needed everywhere, and lots of it. We need a new, diverse generation of people stepping up to lead innovation. And the good news is that innovation and leadership have become democratized lately because anyone can access one of the key drivers of innovation: game-changing technology. No doubt you are aware that OpenAI released ChatGPT, a powerful technology that we're still trying to understand. It cost hundreds of millions of US dollars to build, with daily running costs in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. This technology is just one of many that is available and easy to use. In my AI research, I focus on belief revision and machine learning. The questions I think about are, how do people change their minds and their behavior? How can we use our understanding of people to design better AI systems? How can we utilize generative AI models for innovation? And on the more operational side, how might we get ethics clearance to build a robot that can change a baby's diaper? This highlights the pressing problem of our time. How should we design and build safe and responsible AI? Robots can be dangerous if they come into physical contact with a human. They are typically kept in cages for that reason. The robot about to operate on the baby is one of the first in Australia allowed out of a cage. It can legally work with people. Earlier in this lecture series, Professor Lyria Bennett-Moses shared some really deep and powerful insights that will help us navigate the topic of how to govern AI responsibly. As a sidebar for the purpose of this class, I just want to pause a moment and let you consider the decision-making process of the robot. It uses sensors to collect data from its body and the outside world. It uses data and other information on board, together with rules and predictions, to help it anticipate future states of the world that might occur, like the baby falls off the table onto the floor. It uses preferences and priorities to make judgments about the best choice of action. Having selected the best action, it then executes it. And we will use this decision-making cycle later to help us understand innovation strategy in the second and third upcoming topics. Innovation is all about value creation, value capture, and value delivery. The sweet spot for innovation is where all three intersect. Curiosity and creativity are critical skills for innovation, and we can all improve these skills with intentional practice. As we explore innovation, it helps to differentiate these three different kinds of activities. They're different and they require completely different strategies for success. Invention is a special kind of innovation, one that we can patent, license, commercialize, and share. Albert Einstein probably created more value and had more impact than any other person that will ever live. If we run the numbers, we might discover that E = mc² is the most valuable brand ever created. Albert's scientific contributions have led to paper towels, solar power, stock market forecasts, lasers, and nuclear power. His theory of relativity alone stops us from getting lost because it improves the accuracy of GPS. And while he created untold value, he himself captured and delivered very little because he didn't build or invest in paper towel factories, nuclear power plants, or satellites. Organizations and nations create way too much value that they fail to capture. The mining industry, as it digs and ships minerals, is often held up as a classic example. But the failure to capture the value we create can be found right across the global economy. Universities generate tons of value in research outputs and outcomes, and thousands of amazingly talented graduates every year. Our ecosystem has tremendous scope to grow by simply capturing the value we've already created. This is a perennial problem. Google started in 1997. Way back then, 20% of Americans got news from the internet at least once a week. And Google soon disrupted the search industry with its innovative search algorithm PageRank. PageRank created enormous value for Google, but Google's challenge was how to capture and deliver that value before their venture capital funding ran out. How might they monetize search? They needed a viable business model, and they wanted one that actually didn't involve advertising. Google failed because it had to launch AdWords in 2000 and keyword auctions in 2002. But Google has found new ways to deliver value. And it's moved from sort of products to ecosystem to build robustness, resilience, and adaptability into its business model. Apple creates value by designing and developing innovative consumer electronics, software, and services. Its products like iPhone, iPad, the new Apple Vision offer seamless user experiences, sleek designs, and a robust ecosystem of music, apps, and services. Apple captures value through premium pricing, brand loyalty, and ecosystem lock-in. It delivers value through retail stores, online platforms, customer support, providing that very unique, seamless end-to-end Apple experience. If innovation only requires creating, capturing, and delivering value, then no wonder there's an innovation zoo out there with thousands of different kinds of innovation. In Module 1 of this lecture series, Richard Webby, CIO of Optus and UNSW Professor of Practice, helped us understand innovation as digital transformation. He illustrated it expertly using his experience leading digital transformation at Disney. It's really helpful to classify the different kinds of innovation. It allows us to develop more workable strategies that can be executed. Here are some examples. Product, service, and experience innovation are often the simplest. Startups like Airbnb typically use this kind of innovation to launch and scale. Airbnb is also a disruptor, pursuing disruptive technology and disruptive business models. Disruptive innovation is not defined to be an innovation that causes disruption, although they do typically do that. Instead, a disruptive innovation starts by targeting those overlooked segments in the market. For example, finding cheaper or faster services designed for large organizations to individuals or small and medium-sized enterprises. This distinction is not an esoteric one. It matters because it influences the adoption of specific strategies likely to increase the chances of success. The opposite of disruptive innovation is sustaining innovation. This is continuous improvement. Don't confuse it with sustainable innovation, as that is another species in the innovation zoo. On business model innovation, last week, Apple acquired the augmented reality headset startup Mirror and released its new Apple Vision headset. Afterpay reimagined payments and was acquired by Square. Anthony Eisen, co-founder and CEO of Afterpay, is an alumni of the UNSW Business School. So too, Mike Cannon-Brooks and Scott Farquhar, the founders of Atlassian. There are many more, and I will put some links to amazing startups that have come out of UNSW in the resources section of this course. Cotton On is an example of an Australian company that has an innovative supply chain based on the ethical sourcing of materials. Universities, research institutes, CSIRO, and others drive breakthrough innovation. The UNSW spin-out Silicon Quantum Company is a standout example. Ecosystems have become the new paradigm for innovation. Many have had tremendous success over the years and been around for a while. Think Apple iTunes, the App Store, Google's Play. But there are new players. Just look at the new ecosystem rapidly growing around OpenAI. A bit closer to home, we have the Randwick Health and Innovation Precinct that focuses on education and health. It brings UNSW together with government, industry, hospitals, health facilities, research institutes spanning neuroscience, mental health, cancer, and other really important areas. The New South Wales government has a major strategy around precincts and hubs that is designed to uplift and drive innovation to the next level. The Startup Hub in York Street that brings together industry and government is another really fantastic. To understand how innovations change over time, let's take a quick look at the Gartner Hype Cycle. It's a useful tool that can help to put emerging technologies like the metaverse, blockchain, and AI on your radar. It provides a map that helps to understand the risks and opportunities of innovation, and Gartner releases it each year in September. It can help to avoid adopting technology too early which can be costly. Too late, that can be even more costly. Giving up too soon before you reap the reward of early adoption, or hanging on too late to an innovation that is unlikely to capture and deliver the value it's creating. The hype cycle has 5 phases. The earliest phase usually involves an innovation trigger, like a technological breakthrough or an innovation coming out of stealth. And then it's followed by a steady rise in expectation. If you look, you can see that causal AI is just beginning its journey on the hype cycle, even though it's been around for many decades. The next phase is when an innovation's hype maxes out, and there are big questions arising around whether the innovation can deliver value. Synthetic data that is not collected but created, is soon to peak. The trough of disillusionment happens when early adopters begin to realize that there are performance issues and that it's really hard to get a return on investment. Digital ethics approached its peak in 2019 and is now dropping fast. The slope of enlightenment occurs when benefits begin to flow and adopters finally understand how to adapt the innovation. And this is where we are beginning to see a lot of very promising AI applications. The plateau of productivity happens when the innovation goes mainstream. So from trigger to productivity can take many years. The time from trigger to widespread use for the steam engine was about 80 years. For electricity, 40. For computers, 20. And for smartphones, something like 10. Generating or extrapolating new data from existing data is an old, very good idea. Generative AI started to gain momentum and excitement in the research community around 2015-2016. I started working on it then and organized a generative AI and deep learning workshop with Google at the largest AI conference in Beijing in 2017. Last year, I mapped the occurrence of generative AI on the Gartner hype cycle. It first appeared in 2020. It continued to rise in 2021 and 2022. According to Gartner, generative AI has not peaked by September 2022. ChatGPT was released at the end of November that year. Everyone is waiting to see where Gartner's going to place generative AI this coming September. Like it or not, we've all been part of the big AI experiment taking place in the wild. AI left the lab more than a decade ago, and some important prescient questions might be: how long will it take for generative AI technologies to reach the plateau of productivity? How rough will the disruptive ride be? What businesses will end or be kickstarted? What jobs will be affected or created? Who will seize leadership and power in AI to shape the future? And who will be the beneficiaries? The speed with which our innovation ecosystems adopt to AI and how will determine the future. That brings us to the end of our first topic. See you a little later as we move on to the next topic of why innovation is important and how we can lead it.